Right now, billionaires are threatening to flee California over a proposed wealth tax. But here's the question nobody's asking. Why do they even care? Most of them already pay almost nothing. Not by cheating, by using a three-step strategy so simple it fits on a napkin. It's called buy, borrow, die. And by the end of this video, you'll understand it better than most accountants. Quick heads up before we start. This is education, not tax advice. I'm going to show you how the system actually works, because you can't fix your own taxes until you understand the rules the wealthy play by. In 2021, leaked IRS files showed something wild. Elon Musk paid $0 in federal income tax in 2018. Jeff Bezos did it twice, 2007 and 2011. These are the richest people on the planet. Meanwhile, you, with a normal paycheck, probably hand over 20 to 30% of everything you earn. How is that possible? 3 steps. Let's walk through them. The first rule of billionaire money: never earn a salary if you can help it. A paycheck is the most heavily taxed money in America. The moment it hits your account, income tax has already taken its bite. That's why most billionaire CEOs pay themselves a salary of $1. Steve Jobs did it. Zuckerberg does it. It looks humble. It's actually a tax strategy. Instead of earning income, they buy assets, stocks, real estate, entire companies. And here's the key that unlocks everything. In the US, you pay 0 tax on an asset that goes up in value until you sell it. Musk's Tesla shares climbed by billions, and the tax bill on that growth was 0 because he didn't sell. On paper, you're getting richer by the hour. In the eyes of the IRS, nothing happened. That's called an unrealized gain, and it is completely invisible to the tax system. But wait, if they never sell, how do they buy the yachts and the mansions? Where does the actual cash come from? That's step 2, and it's the clever part. If you need cash and all your wealth is in stock, you have 2 options. Option 1, sell the stock. But now you've realized the gain, and the IRS shows up wanting around 20% in capital gains tax. Sell $1 billion of stock, lose roughly $200 million on the spot. Option 2, walk into a bank and say, "See this $1 billion of stock? Lend me money against it." The bank says yes, happily. It's the safest loan they'll ever write. And here's the magic. Borrowed money is not income. You don't pay a single cent of tax on a loan. Not one. So the billionaire gets hundreds of millions in cash to live on. The stock keeps growing untouched, and the tax bill for the year is basically 0. The interest rate on these portfolio loans? Often just a few percent, way cheaper than the 20+% tax they'd pay by selling. Think about that trade. You'd pay $200 million to unlock your own money by selling, or pay a few million a year in interest to unlock it by borrowing. The math isn't close. And banks compete for these clients. While a normal family fills out mountains of paperwork for a mortgage, a billionaire gets a 9-figure credit line with a phone call. Now, you might be thinking, fine, but the loan has to be paid back eventually, right? And when they sell stock to pay it back, they'll finally get taxed, right? That's step 3. And step 3 is where the whole system reveals itself. Stay with me, because this is the part they really don't teach in school. When you die, your assets pass to your kids. And at that exact moment, something strange happens in the tax code. It's called the step-up in basis. Here's what it means in plain English. Say you bought stock for $1 million and it's worth $100 million when you die. That $99 million gain? The IRS just forgets about it. Your heirs inherit the stock as if they bought it at $100 million. The taxable gain resets to 0. The heirs sell a chunk, pay off dad's loans. And since the basis was stepped up, there's little or no capital gains tax on that sale either. So follow the full loop one more time. Buy assets, pay no tax while they grow. Borrow against them to live, pay no tax on loans. Die, and the gains that piled up for decades get erased for your heirs. The wealth transfers. The tax bill largely evaporates. One lifetime of billionaire-level gains, and the income tax system barely touched it. That is buy, borrow, die. completely legal, written right into the tax code. This is exactly why the wealth tax fight is exploding in California and New York right now. Politicians have figured out what you just learned. You cannot catch billionaires with an income tax, because billionaires don't have income, they have assets. So the new proposals try to tax the assets themselves, the unrealized gains, every single year, sale or no sale. And that's why some billionaires are loading the moving trucks. It's not the income tax rate that scares them. They've mastered that game. A wealth tax attacks the one move their whole playbook is built on: buy and hold, tax-free, forever. Whether a wealth tax is smart policy or a disaster, that's a debate for another video. But now, when you see those headlines, you know what the fight is actually about. You don't have $1 billion, neither do I. But the principles scale down further than you'd think. First, assets beat income. Every dollar of investment growth is tax-deferred by default. Your savings account interest gets taxed every year. Your index fund's growth doesn't, until you sell. Long-term holding isn't just good investing, it's a tax strategy. Second, holding period matters. Sell a stock within a year and the gain is taxed like salary. Hold it over a year and the rate drops. For many people, all the way to 15 or even 0% if your income is low enough. Same stock, same profit, wildly different tax. Third, use your own tax-free wrappers. A Roth IRA is the closest thing a normal person gets to billionaire treatment. Money grows and comes out completely tax-free in retirement. A 401k match is literally free money on top. Most people leave these half-empty while complaining about taxes. The rich aren't playing a different game. They're playing the same rule book. They just actually read it. If this opened your eyes, the next video breaks down how the rich use debt as a wealth-building tool while everyone else drowns in it. Subscribe so you don't miss it, and I'll see you there.